Hello everyone, welcome back to Daily English Stories, the channel where you improve your English naturally through stories. Do you want to understand English faster? Do you want to train your brain to speak English without fear? Do you want to sound more natural and confident? Then this video is perfect for you. Today, I will tell you a beautiful and emotional story. It is about a young woman who wants to change her life. She joins a gym to become healthier, but instead, she finds something much more special. I will tell this story sentence by sentence. After each sentence, pause the video and repeat after me. This technique is called shadowing, and it helps your brain think directly in English. Are you ready? Let's begin. My name is Emma Miller, and this is the story of my first day at the gym, the day that quietly changed my entire life. I was not very healthy. I loved fast food. Pizza was my favorite meal. Exercise was not part of my life. One morning, I looked at myself in the mirror. I felt unhappy. I did not feel confident or strong. At that moment, I made a decision. I wanted to change. Near my apartment, there was a small gym. Its name was Fitness Life Gym. One afternoon, I finally walked inside. A friendly woman was sitting at the front desk. She smiled warmly and said, "Hello, welcome to Fitness Life Gym." I filled out some papers and paid the membership fee. Suddenly, I was officially a gym member. The woman said, "Your first training session is free. Would you like to meet one of our trainers?" I felt nervous, but I said yes. She made a quick phone call and said, "Jake will be your personal trainer." I sat down and waited. A few minutes later, a tall man walked toward me. He had dark hair, kind eyes, and a calm smile. He said, "Hi, I'm Jake. I'll be your trainer." My heart started beating faster. I felt my face get warm. He asked gently, "Is this your first time at a gym?" I nodded. I knew nothing about exercising. Jake smiled and said, "That's completely fine. I'll guide you." He showed me around the gym, the treadmills, the weight machines, the stretching area. Then we started training. We did simple exercises, squats, light weights, easy movements. After just 10 minutes, I was exhausted. My legs were shaking. My arms felt weak. But Jake was patient. He encouraged me. He never rushed me. After 1 hour, my body hurt, but my mind felt proud. Before I left, Jake said, "Same time next week?" I smiled and said yes. I started coming to the gym 3 times a week. Jake was always my trainer. Week by week, I grew stronger. The exercises became easier. My confidence slowly increased. We talked a lot during training. I learned about Jake's life. He loved fitness. He had a dog named Max. One day, he asked, "Do you like dogs?" I said, "I love them, but I don't have one." He smiled and said, "Maybe you can meet Max someday." My heart jumped. I started thinking about Jake more than I should. I dreamed about him at night, but I was afraid. What if he only saw me as a client? What if I ruined everything? So I stayed quiet. One evening, something terrible happened. I was running on the treadmill. I increased the speed too much. I lost my balance. I fell hard. Pain shot through my ankle. I couldn't stand. Tears filled my eyes. Jake ran to me immediately. His face was full of worry. He examined my ankle carefully and said, "We need to go to the hospital." He lifted me gently and carried me to his car. At the hospital, the doctor said my ankle was badly sprained. I needed 3 weeks of rest. No gym. I felt sad, not just because of the injury, but because I wouldn't see Jake. But Jake stayed. He drove me home. He helped me inside. He said softly, "Rest well. I'll check on you tomorrow." Jake visited me every day. He brought food, he brought flowers, we watched movies together, we talked for hours. My feelings grew deeper, but still neither of us spoke. Sometimes he looked at me in a special way. Sometimes he almost said something, then stopped. 3 weeks passed. I returned to the gym, but something was wrong. Boxes were everywhere. The front desk woman looked sad. She said, "The gym is closing. The owner can't afford it anymore." My heart dropped. What about Jake? I found him packing his things. He said quietly, "I lost my job. I don't know what to do." That night, I couldn't sleep. The next morning, I called him. I said, "Jake, why don't you start your own training business?" His eyes lit up. I helped him create a website. I managed his emails. Slowly, his business grew, but our feelings stayed unspoken until one day I couldn't hold it anymore. I finally told him the truth. I told him that I loved him. He stared at me, then laughed with joy. He said, "I've loved you for months. I was just too scared." He took my hands. We kissed. 1 year later, life was beautiful. We worked together, we lived together, we adopted a dog. And on a sunny morning, Jake asked me to marry him. I said yes. I joined a gym to change my body, but I changed my life. Now it's your turn. Go back to the story, pause after each sentence, repeat after me. Practice every day. This is how you speak English confidently. See you in the next story on Daily English Stories.